Good afternoon. I think it's noon. No, it's still morning here on the East Coast. I don't know where to look at these cameras, but this is an introduction of Journey Back to Self Mastery because we came here to master our soul, to master this realm that we're in. And this course is for women, a 6-week course for women who are awakening to, the reality and the deep feeling that you're more. You came here for more than, and there's nothing wrong with like taking care of our families, right? I am probably the biggest caretaker you will ever find. I raise my children. I'm about to welcome a new granddaughter. She's a little bit late, so she's, as most Scorpios, doing what she wants. And I'll be going back to California to help with the other grandchildren. I just love my family. But I came here for more than that, right? I definitely came here for more than that. And the absolute truth is that as energetic beings in this quantum field universe, right? Whether you call it God, source, the quantum field, source energy, we are all part of that one. And out of those energetics, we have created these physical bodies, right? Quantum science has already proven that we are 99.99999% space. That means we're less than 5% physical. Yes, my butt is sitting on this chair, and yes, I'm speaking to you. And somebody said the other day around me, they're like, yeah, this is like the Matrix. I'm like, no, honey, this is the Matrix. We're in it, right? Whether you can grasp that or not. And the totality of that, it's like, yeah, I understand the concept. Will I fully ever get that in my mind, my finite human mind? No, but I have tools. And so the tools to help women step into their full mastery would be the Healy, your divine blueprint, which is your natal chart. So we can look to see what your mission for this lifetime is, and then go through the modules over 6 weeks, right? So the first module, and each week we're going to have a video module with a workbook that corresponds with work for you to do. So journaling, questions and answers to help you really dive deeper into what's going on, what's been holding you back, what your hopes and wishes for the future are, and how you can access that, right? It's like this huge ball of wax. We are very complex beings, energetic beings, created these physical bodies in this third dimensional reality, and everything, right? Nikola Tesla said this over 100 years ago, and this was attributed to the Healy as well. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Absolutely. Everything is frequency. So everything that shows up in our life, it's a frequency match. Wherever our energy and attention goes, right, the energy flows where our focus is. An example would be if you're not liking the results you're getting in your life, right? But you just keep telling the same story. You keep talking about it like, I have a family member that does this. Well, I'm just stating the facts. Okay, well, in the quantum world, there's the wave of potentiality, and then there's the physical manifested result, which is a particle. And every time this person says that, I'm like, particle, you just solidified your reality, your fate, because you keep giving attention to that. So we want to give attention to what really matters, and that's the energy of our soul. As energetic beings, we get these impulses, but we've been trained out of them. And we all have conditioning and programming, right? So if we go into the world of energetics, Dr. Joe Dispenza has got great resources on this. I follow him. I'm actually having a healing from his admins on Friday. I'm very excited about that. But they do the neuroscience behind this. And until a child is 7 years old, and I apologize if I'm looking different. I can't see if that camera is like looking dead on or not. Doesn't matter. It's more the message. Till a child is 7, they're in the theta brain state. It's like taking a dry sea sponge, right, and putting it in water, and all of a sudden all the water comes out of the bowl. It's in the sponge. It's soaked it all up. Children live what they learn. You might have heard that phrase before. There's a whole poem on that. But basically, they take in everything as fact, as their reality, what they hear, what they see, what they begin to feel from everything around them with their primary caregivers and their peers. And by age 7, their personality is set. By the time they're 35 years old, every person is a walking testimonial to their like solid beliefs and conditioning. That's where we're at. 95% of our waking reality is lived from that. And those are not our stories. They're not our stories. They were programmed in. If you get the best computer and you start that computer up, it's not going to do anything. It could be the most expensive computer. You need to put a software program in. So to live our best life, using the natal chart to see what our divine blueprint is, because I can see in there like past lifetimes and why you're here, right? What you're here to do with that life. Pluto in the chart speaks to the soul. We always want to go to the opposite end of that spectrum. And using that and the Healy, we get to unwind all the programming and conditioning. Now, 21 days of rewiring your mind will help to knock out the old programs so you got to insert something new in there. Reality Revolution is an incredible resource. It's here on YouTube. I'm going to have a booklet each week when you get the video from me with each module. There's going to be a workbook where you're going to have questions, journaling, things to dive deeper so you can start to uncover as we do this work together what your beliefs are, what's been holding you back. They're going to show up in the Healy. We have this beautiful, sorry, a little spam call. We have this beautiful module called Creative Homeopathy, and it speaks to the subconscious and the shadows. If you're familiar at all with Carl Jung's work and the archetypes, it'll show you things. And if you're really honest with yourself, you look at that pattern and you're like, oh, yeah, I do that. Well, when we click vibrate on the Healy, it sends the frequencies out and it's like clearing etheric cobwebs. It works remotely. You don't need to be with me, but in the initial starting of the modules with you, and when you send me an email, I'm going to set up your free Zoom call and we'll get into all the details. But in the very beginning, I would like your natal chart information so we can do your chart reading and your information for the Healy so that I can get you in the database and start to scan you and see what's going on. And the entire time, I would love to scan these frequencies, right? And just clear them out. So running the specific frequencies that come up for you initially, keeping them for a week and just clearing them out. And then the following week, I'll do another scan. You don't need to know that I'm doing it. You don't need to be like present with me on video, none of that. You just go about your life. It still works. It works remotely because everything in the quantum field is attached, right? That old kind of cliche phrase, we're all one. Well, we are all one. We're part of that field, right? So matter affects matter, like frequency affects frequency. So I'm able to clear that out. And we're going to dive deeply into what your programming is, what your soul blueprint is, and to help you do a deep look at what it is you want, because every desire that you have on your heart is an absolute possibility it wouldn't be there. There are no limits other than the self-imposed ones that we put on ourselves and or the beliefs that we've had as children. And we absolutely can rewire them. I've been working with coaches for 3 years, paying them, up-leveling myself. But this for me is a lifelong journey. And I can tell you when we speak about the astrology, whether you know about astrology or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you resources if you're new to astrology. Cafe Astrology is a great one that you can go into for free. And you can look through your chart. You'll have your charts. You can print it out. And I would like you to print the workbook out too so that you're actually writing on paper, because writing and looking at it and journaling is really powerful. It helps to pull things in. It helps to really be present with that. When you're looking at the chart, we can go through all of that. I'm just losing my train of thought. Yeah, you can look at it. So for me, with the Pluto there, like in my chart, I'm definitely doing my purpose work. Not to get too technical, but the South Node of astrology is kind of likened to, in this life, if you're used to doing something for a long time, you say it's your comfort zone, right? It's really not comfortable. It's your familiar zone. I like to say it's the F zone, the familiar zone. It's been lifetimes where in Sagittarius for me, I was cloistered as a nun. I was like the monk. I was the sage wandering the desert for 40 days, doing my meditations and getting access to the wisdom like from spirit. But this lifetime with the North Node in Gemini, I've come in and Pluto ruling my chart to go deep. And my North Node is in the 8th house of Pluto's ruling sign, Scorpio. So it's about bringing the message to people, sharing the 8th house is other people, deep transformation, sharing that message. This is a huge part of my purpose work. And I work with this advanced technology. I work with another beautiful nanotechnology that's helping on a cellular level to regenerate and age reverse. This is all part of my purpose work. And now I am presenting this to you. So book in your 20-minute call with me. I can give you all the details of this. It's a very affordable course. One session of the Healy with me to do the intake is $125. You are going to get frequencies for 6 weeks. Okay. So I will give you full details when you message me. I look forward to working with you. And, the thing is, you have to do the work. You got to do the legwork. But I can tell you in my own personal journey, every time I had apprehension about stepping into something, and I did it anyway, when I came out the other side, I was like, wow, that was not nearly as scary as I thought it was. And it always brings me closer to who I truly am. And that is my desire and my wish for you. Because when we're all lit up and living on purpose, the reality on this planet is going to change. It's like the 100 monkey effect or dropping the pebble in the pond. It's going to ripple out. And I know that you will share when you step more fully into yourself, and you're going to help other people to do the same. And it's just going to be so beautiful. So I thank you for watching. I'm sending you love. Please email me if this interests you, and we will speak soon.